to Talkin' Jets. My name's Ryan, and I'll be your pilot tonight. I am joined alongside my co-pilots. I have Green Bean to my this way. I have Mr. Matt O'Leary to my that way. Boys, how you doing tonight? Green Bean, I'm going to throw it to you first.
Oh, dude, it's been a great week. I mean, almost too much information to absorb. Almost. But this is the best time of year, man. I couldn't be more excited. I love seeing everything. I love the hubbub, the hype around the Jets right now. Everybody's feeling good. And I think finally for good reason. So I'm in a great mood.
Matt, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, I am excited to get into some New York Jets training camp. Football is all the way back, and we're living our best life over here.
I love it. Boys and girls, make sure you answer our poll question on the way in. Favorite training camp moment so far? I have Aaron Rodgers, Clemens with a bat, Garrett versus Sauce, or the uniform release. So we're going to get into all those different topics because we haven't talked since training camp began, and now I'm all sorts of excited to hear everyone's thoughts in the comment section as well as our panel here. If you're just hopping in, make sure you hit that like button for us. Day Boss, I did see you just before the stream started. Subscribe to our OnlyFans. That's right. If you would like to join our OnlyFans, there is a blue join button on our homepage. So there's that. You got some cool emojis, things like that. We're gonna do a whole bunch of things for the members. So
right.
always appreciate it.
I'll tell you, Ryan, we had you'll see a bunch of OnlyFans, Talking Jets OnlyFans in the chat. You'll see all these blue names and stars or whatever it is next to the names. Last week we had Crossfire got like 45 people memberships last week. So I wanted to give them an honorable mention tonight, man, for bringing 45 new OnlyFans members to the fray.
Oh, that's wild. Crossfire, you are the effing man. Effing man. John drops in with the super chat, says, hit those milk thumbs. Let's effing go.
Yeah.
Before we get into it too far, we did screw up our giveaway last week. So we're going to do our little giveaway for, we already have our winner. It was our winner from last week. Oh, AbLab becomes a member of our OnlyFans. AbLab.
AbLab.
Yeah. Thank you for joining our OnlyFans. All right. Words and things. So I couldn't get the spinny wheel to work last time, so we didn't know how to pick it. So we said at the beginning of this stream, we would do the spinny wheel thing. So we're going to do the spinny wheel thing. And the name escapes me right now on who the winner was last week. I think it was J-Boy, maybe. Does that sound right? I'd have to go back and watch, so don't hold me accountable for this. But let's see what you get.
Mug.
Mug!
Yay! I called it.
Right.
So whoever was the winner last week, you get a mug.
Was it J-Boy? Hold on. Let me
I feel like it was J-Boy. I don't know if that's right or wrong, though. I'm like, I have to go back and listen to it.
I didn't write it.
I think I have to go back and look at the end of last week's episode. I feel like that was the name.
I think it was J-Boy, too.
So J-Boy's in the chat right now. J-Boy, let me make sure that was definitely you last time. I don't remember.
Everybody in the chat gets a mug.
Everyone gets a mug. We're like Oprah. You get a mug. You get a mug.
Right.
Everyone. All right, so we'll figure that out. Yeah. Those are the things that we should know before we go on that I forget about checking before we go on. So, oops. Let me see. Where did I saw AbLab in here? Boom. Just want to throw it on the screen. Bam! Thank you, AbLab. Always appreciated. Talking Jets becoming Wheel of Fortune, says Paris.
Spin the wheel.
All right. Blitz Crew. Hopping in. Thank you so much, Blitz Crew, for the $10 super chat. He says, joining OnlyFans for you guys is great cover for anyone looking to follow other OnlyFans creators. Green Bean, who's your wide receiver 6 now? I know Matt's pick. If only the Bill showed up as OnlyFans, right?
Yeah. Well, that's so good. You'd be like, no, honey, it's the Jets. It's a joke. when she looks and sees it. I'll tell you what. Yeah, Matt's boy is Brownlee, if I'm correct,
Oh
and
yeah.
he's looking good. He's showing. He's doing some things. He's showing that extra little effort to, hey, I want to be here, which is what you want, man. I'll tell you what. I don't dislike Brownlee. I wouldn't call myself. I wouldn't say I'm in his like corner yet. I want whoever is going to show up, right? That's what I want at this point. But I got to say, I was excited about that guy Cap too. Irv Charles, I got a little bit of positive stuff on. So, because let me tell you, he sucked last preseason, last training camp, Irv Charles. But he's another one with potential. Let's see. I think it's going to be interesting, man. Well, I think we'll see those guys in the Hall of Fame game. It'll be good to watch. I'm just looking for somebody to step in and show that they really aggressively want that spot. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely. Matt, I don't know if I know. Who's your wide receiver 6?
Jason Brownlee. I am on that hive. That's my guy. I thought he had a really good spring. Aaron Rodgers mentioned him by name, calling him out for his work in a positive way. Made a big catch on a Zach Wilson throw. I think it was on Sunday, the second day.
Eccles, right? Yeah, climb the ladder.
Yeah, it was either over Eccles or Hall, one of those two guys. But I like him. He has special teams value, good size, good vertical. We know the top 5 guys who they're going to be, so there's really only one spot open. I think he has a good chance.
I like it. That would probably be my selection as well. Now that we don't have Mimsy here anymore, Greenbean, have we even heard from you since we got rid of Mimsy? I feel like that was more so, between the three of us in the private chat. Like, oh, send Greenbean a wellness check.
I think you're right. I don't think we talked about it. I talked about it, of course, but I don't think we did it here. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll be real honest. I mean, obviously, I'm disappointed, and I thought they did it the right way. If you're not gonna keep them, move on. Get something for them. And people were reaching out, giving me their condolences. Matt checked in, Ryan checked in. Lots of you guys on Twitter and in my DMs. I even got some texts. Hey, buddy, you okay? So thank you to all the love, to everybody. But yeah, I got to admit, it's kind of relieving. I mean, if he's not going to do it, if they're just going to make him, that inactive guy, it's just annoying at this point. Like, if you don't like him, you don't like him, whatever it is. My thoughts are, while as soon as I see him in another uniform, it's like it's going to die. Right? I'm not that guy to root for somebody else now to be right. So I don't give a two shits. He's a Detroit Lion. But I do tend to believe still where I sit currently that he's going to walk onto that team. He's going to run around in training camp, catch everything they throw. He's going to dig. He's going to move. He's going to knock some linebacker on his ass. And they're going to look at each other and go, why didn't they want him? I don't understand. Because he's quiet? Like something like that. But who knows? Maybe they cut him and we don't get the 6th round pick because it's a conditional 6th. But what Joe Douglas will do is take that 6th, move it up with the 4th that he got for what's his name? The defensive end. Remember? From the Houston Texans. Who was that guy?
Jacob Martin.
Jacob Martin. I wanted to say Jared Gillis. Why? I don't even know who that is. But so he'll package those and get a 3rd, and then that'll be what it is, and it'll all be worth it. But I'm relieved. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of defending the guy.
That is totally the wrong answer, Greenbean. I wanted to hear I'm done with him. He's on the other team. He's a loser now. We don't want him at all. I hate his guts. It takes a minute. I don't know. I'm pretty sure as soon as Sam Darnold got traded, your ass was like, oh, I'm done with Sam now. Here we go.
Why? Because Mims didn't throw any interceptions. That's why.
He didn't catch many touchdowns either.
No, he didn't do anything to hate him. You know what I mean? Like what, a penalty? Everybody's, fucking penalty. Or something, it's like he didn't catch any touchdowns. He wasn't active. You know what I mean? Most of the time here, he was either poisoned, he had COVID, or he was sitting on the inactive list for most of the time since Robert Saleh's been here. So it's, what are you going to do? But
wasn't he talking smack about us already? I feel like that was already been an article.
I didn't hear it.
I definitely saw something.
Let me see. Let me see what's going on. As soon as I hear that shit.
Yeah, kind of not. He was like, I'm going to be able to play all the positions I can here, kind of thing. He did everything that he could.
I thought he said something about the better situation. Or, no, not situation. Better. I thought it was something about the culture or something along those lines. I don't know.
I can do everything. I'm finally going to show it. You'd probably have. And then why didn't he get it to do it with the Jets? You'd probably have to talk to them. I got no control on that. I did everything I could there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad then. Never mind.
You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, I got experience with all three positions. That's what he's going to say.
Left bench, right bench, center bench. It's just, I know all of them. I can play all three.
And I don't eat fish.
I don't eat
never
fish.
mind. Boy Green in his just in his curation that he does said the vibes here are a lot better. That's where you must have seen that.
That's where it was.
And the chip is on my shoulder. Yeah, he has a chip on his shoulder. He has the playbook down. Stuff like that.
I see. Paul LaFranca says, are you guys doing any feet stuff on OnlyFans? You have to subscribe to find out. See?
That's right. Answer. Only the OnlyFans know.
Only OnlyFans see the OnlyFans only posts.
Oh, there's Mims making a one-handed catch in training camp. There it is.
Is he playing Madden or what are we talking about here?
Why you got to throw stones?
I'm going to throw so many stones because he's not on our team because you're not doing it, Green Bean. I'm going to do it.
Because he didn't do anything yet. You wait. It happens.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
You're making up stones.
I'm making things up now.
He just made a great catch in practice. They're going to love him, I'm telling you. They're going to be like, why the hell didn't they want this guy? Robert Sala's going to say, I didn't like the way his feet smelled, his OnlyFans feet. That's what's going to happen.
Ryder and Talons, PA. Ooh. Just became a member of the channel. Thank you so much for joining the OnlyFans.
There he is.
We're so appreciative.
Ryder and Talons, gotta love
He's going to come in and be like, there's no feet pictures posted yet. Or is there?
So we talked about the feet. He was in, Ryan.
He was jamming. He's like, this is everything I want.
He's like, you know what? I'll report back in chat. Don't worry about it. I'm going in. I'll tell you what.
Speaking of our feet, we're going to have to use them when we walk into the stadium week. What is this? 9 Jets Chargers Monday Night Football. If you guys want to come with us, the link is not pinned in the live chat because I definitely put our OnlyFans one in there. So if you go to talkinjets.com and you want to get a ticket with us, we are doing a limited run of tickets so you guys can sit with us. And we're going to go on the field prior to the game. And we're linked up with Tailgate Joe. Going to be a whole lot of fun. Green Bean, you getting excited for this one?
Dude, I am. I was just talking about it today. Sadly, Coney Island closes the week before. So we can't do the Coney Island Cyclone thing, but there's some people that I know that are signing up that are excited. Like, I'm really happy to get to meet some people that we didn't get to meet last year and some people that are coming back, So they got to hang with us last year and they're coming back, man. Dude, I haven't been to a Monday night. I haven't been to a night game in decades, man. Like, it's such a long. The last night game, I think I took my son. He was like 5, maybe. So 10 years ago, down in Miami, to the Miami Jet. It was like a Sunday night game. I haven't been to a Monday night game since I was drinking, for sure. You know what I mean? So it's going to be so incredible. I'm really excited to get back with Tailgate Joe too, man. They have one of the best tailgates and shit. I couldn't be more excited. This is going to be the best thing ever.
Matt, talk to me. You excited for that Monday night game?
Yes, I am so excited. I am so ready to go. I wish we were getting the new alternate jerseys, but it doesn't matter what they wear because we're all going to be together and we'll watch them beat down Asante Samuel Jr., the son of that bozo, Asante Samuel. Garrett Wilson's going to have 55 catches and 3,000 yards on him in that one game. I don't know how, but he will. It's going to be a lot of fun getting to meet everybody and getting on the field before the game. Are you kidding me? That's going to be so cool.
Hell yeah. Boys and girls, if you want to check that out, talkinjets.com.
All I love it.
Neem Lassiter, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, more likely Jets beat the Eagles or the Chiefs. I think it's the Chiefs. That would be like, just because of the style of football that the Eagles play, I think that could put more pressure on our defense. I'm more afraid of Mahomes, I think, but Chiefs would be my answer to this. Matt, I'll throw it to you first. Chiefs or Eagles?
I'm going to say the Eagles. I think they have a chance against Philadelphia. They have a chance against really either of those teams. But I'm with you. Mahomes is just a different breed. As good as Jalen Hurts is, I think that I would rather take my chances going up against him than Patrick Mahomes, who, like we said, is just on a completely other level.
Creamy, what about you? Eagles or Chiefs? What's the more likely team that the Jets could beat?
The Eagles, I think. Jalen Hurts is currently a 1-year quarterback, right? Like before this season, I have Philly fan friends, close friends, and they were really hoping the Eagles moved on. Like they wanted somebody else, right? So he had a great year. I'm not saying he's likely to have a downturn, but last year was the only year for him, really. So let's see what he can keep doing. Plus, I think the Eagles are kind of built for a boxing match, right? And I feel like we're built for that too. I think it'll be a real rough game. And I think we're going to kick the shit out of them because it's time for us to beat the Eagles. And we're going 17-0. So it's impossible to lose to them. So there's that.
See, that makes me feel all sorts of awesome. And I definitely agree that's what's going to happen because I can't think of any other way or anything else that I'd want to see happen. Small Health Jet Petroleum drops in with a super chat, says aviators, a member naming idea. That's great, but OnlyFans is way more fun. I appreciate
aviators. That. Pretty cool.
I like it.
It is. It's good.
That's a pretty good one. That's one of the better ones we got, I think, so far.
And we
seriously. No, we tried to come up with one. We're like, flight crew, and just did all these like generic terms. Aviators definitely sounds better. Then we could like rock aviators. That would have been kind of cool. Everyone that joins the OnlyFans gets a pair of like shitty aviators or something like that.
Yeah.
They get sent out.
Yeah, dollar store aviators.
Dollar store aviators for our $5 membership. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Get $2 sunglasses for your $5 membership. There you go.
Yeah, it's perfect. I like it. All right, so we got some exciting news. Legacy uniforms have been revealed, boys and girls. Very excited. All the stuff we were talking about. We just wanted to see the old swoosh logo back. They kept the jet green helmet that we have right now with the white logo on top of it. I thought that was really nice. I absolutely love these jerseys. I've already got myself a 𝐒ِ'n𝐞𝐞𝐽 and a 𝐒𝐿𝐽. I got them coming in hopefully in the next week. Matt was saying someone already got their Garrett Wilson jersey. That's insane.
It is.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I was like, what the hell, man? Do you live like right next to the facility? How the hell did this happen?
It's a jerk move. I want to get all ours and then everyone can get theirs. That's what it should be.
Right. We're supposed to be first.
I saw someone like post it like as soon as like the Jets like posted all the pictures and the video and the trailer and stuff. Actually, I could pull the trailer up. We could watch that together real quick. So, but I saw someone post like the link like, oh, they're already up online to buy. And I was like, immediately go over there. And then like everything's like sold out. Bunch of sizes are like crazy. So let's watch the trailer that the Jets released for the new uniforms. Then we'll hop back and discuss it on the other side.
Rolls to the right, back to pass. He is throwing deep. He has it to 50. Breaks away. He's going to get a touchdown.
When these Jets took flight, they ascended to great heights.
They were hard workers who preferred to battle in the dust rather than bask in the limelight.
The New York Sack Exchange.
Jet fever reached epidemic proportions. The Sack Exchange established a raging bull market for sacks.
Oh man, I am all sorts of excited. That got me like super jazzed up. As soon as I saw that at work, I was like, I'm ready to run through a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Let's go. Matt, what was your feeling when you saw that pop through?
I said it's about damn time. Finally, Woody Johnson and the Jets listened to us. We've been asking for that logo for a really long time. I love how it looks on the helmet. I think the white face mask is phenomenal. And the jerseys look good too, man. I'm a big fan of the white jersey on the white pants, the green, the font. Font is big, man. I don't really like the number 1 fonts.
Really?
Ones.
Oh, on the current ones. Okay, yeah. I was going to say.
On the currents, but on this, it's so much better. Like on the Sauce and the Garrett Wilson jerseys look so much nicer in this new one comparatively to what we have now. Just make the switch after this year to go to this full time.
I heard someone saying rep what's next as like, since that was like the tagline for the Jets uniform, like release thing, it was a little nod to, oh, this is what's coming next year for the full-time uniforms. And I hope that's the case because these are fucking sweet. Green Bean, what were your thoughts of the trailer and of the jerseys in general?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's about time, like Matt said, that we honor a period of Jets history that, while it was not the greatest period as a whole, there were some of the greatest Jets moments and Jets players and Jets teams. And it happens to be the team that I started with. You know what I mean? So this is neat, man. I mean, most of my my early, going into my teenage years in my 20s, I wore that logo. I had a big starter pullover with the logo. It was black and green and white, and it had the Jets thing across the front. And this is exciting, man. I got into a debate on Twitter. There was some people saying, oh, these are boring jerseys. They're boring. And I could not agree more. I think that
agree or disagree?
Well, what'd I say? I agree?
You said you could not agree more. And that feels like the wrong narrative.
Less.
All right.
All right. He saves himself.
I just hope we can win a game.
Wrong button.
You guy's an idiot.
There we go.
Oh, no.
I'm not sleeping. I'm trying to wake up.
Oh, jeez.
So I could not disagree more. I love the classic look. I think, like was said, the numbers are better. And just for me, they look like numbers to me. Like now, everything's like trying to be something. Like while I'm not on the hate train of our new uniforms, the ones that we, our regular uniform, I don't love them, and I don't love this. I don't like this thing.
The arrow thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a wing, I was told. It doesn't look like I can't find it. I can't make it a wing.
I got it on mine. Oh yeah, you got yours on yours too. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's I like stripes, and I think it's amazing, dude. And it's, it might be even more important is that they coupled it with when they're going to wear it, which they're wearing it opening day, which is like show the world. I don't know, man. It's just it's not being stuffed in the corner like, the black uniforms were last year, which we're wearing again, by the way. What is it? The Black Friday game, I think maybe.
Yep.
Which I'm going to be going to, I just learned. So that's awesome. But yeah. So very exciting. But coming out and doing that, but they're going to match it with the field. We're going to get our logo on the middle of the field, and the end zones are going to be the old logo. I think it's amazing. I couldn't be more excited, man, especially the year that 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞 gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. Maybe that's why, Matt. That's what they were doing. Like when 𝐿𝐶𝐞𝐞 gets in, then we'll do it. You know what I mean? That's what
I believe it. I like that. The one thing about the logo on the field, Woody Johnson showed a picture of like a football or like a green circle around the Jet logo. I really hope the green circle's not around it. I think that looks awful. I think just having the Jets with like maybe like a white outline or something like that, or a green outline around it instead of the the ball in the middle. It's weird, right? Like it's a little odd.
A little bit. I know there are some people that said that, Ryan, if you don't know this guy, is very detail oriented. He's the guy, like when we're looking at stuff, he's like, I don't love the shadow. I don't love the tip of the T. Right, Matt?
Yep.
Like we're like,
No,
it looks
that's
great.
not wrong.
I didn't even think of the green outline. Like that did not even cross my mind. Green bean.
Oh my God,
You're
it
so
bothered
right.
the hell out of me. I'm like very detail oriented on certain things. Like when we were trying to pick a logo, I was kind of anal about it, and these guys probably hated me for a lot of
We
this.
don't hate you.
But Matt, do you see what I'm talking about now? It's like the
Yes.
circle around it. It's weird.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's
it's a
kind of like a
football.
blend of the two logos, right? Like the modern one and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I see what they're going
But
for.
it's-
I don't know. I don't know if you could just have the Jets text there. Like that alone might. You have to have something around it.
So someone sent me, I wish I had it on me readily available, but it was like actually, you know what, maybe I could find it. I think it was on Instagram. Someone sent me this, and it was let me see. Yeah. So this is what I want.
Oh,
Like that in the middle. I don't know if you'll be able to see
Okay.
that. Can you see that clearly?
it's not like super
Yeah.
focused, but I
Yeah,
get
I'm
the
trying to-
You
I
get
get the concept.
Maybe I got to
that
hide
you're
my
going for.
face.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, that's better than what I was anticipating because I'm looking at it in the white text, and I was thinking white text.
Yeah,
green
this is
outline.
green text with white outline. I mean, you could flip it maybe. Maybe it wouldn't work like that because it's the green
It's gonna
logo
be
instead.
white.
But
It'll-
yeah, they'll put the white logo there. That didn't even occur to me, but that's all right. I'm just happy we got it. I think the helmets
Well, you
look
know
fucking
what?
sweet.
You know what the problem is with the football? It's that it's too sharp. It looks like it's like our football has always been rounded on our helmets and stuff like that. It's always been a rounded football, and it's like weird looking to see it 2 points. But again, I'm not going to be the one that nitpicks that. We've been looking at the NFL logo or the Meadowlands logo. So
Fair.
I'm into it. Now, let me ask you this. Are they only going to do it for those games and then go back to the NFL logo, or are they going to put our new logo in there? What's going to happen?
That's a good thought. I don't know. I was assuming it would be for all of them because the Giants appear to be going for all of them, unless they're only doing it for their like throwback games or something along those lines. But that's just their logo. So I don't know. I hope
Just their logo.
I hope it's all season.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like that script or whatever font you want to call that. It might change to whatever's on the helmet now, I would think, during the season.
Dude, I wish they would just keep these helmets. Like if anything could
yeah.
stay, like if you I just want the whole thing. I want it all. Matt, did you get yourself a jersey already?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger on Rodgers. I've wanted to eventually get a Aaron Rodgers jersey, but I just couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't justify it to myself until these new ones came out, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is my in." Yeah, I got that. My sister pulled the trigger on one too. She got a Garrett Wilson jersey. That's why I was talking about the one. I thought the 1-7 looked really cool on that one. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for it to come.
Green Bean, are you did you order a jersey or did you want to get a jersey?
I ordered a jersey for the first time in 76 years for the Jets, or for a current player. It feels like it. I ordered my Quinnen Williams jersey, legacy style. I wanted a white one anyway. All my jerseys are either green or black. So I wanted a white jersey, and I was waiting for the Quinnen Williams contract, and I would have already purchased my Quinnen Williams jersey if the site wasn't. They didn't have it. I mean, they just didn't have the jersey. So this might be why. But I'm really happy. I'm happy that it didn't work out for me 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, to buy the jersey, because I got myself a Quinnen Williams legacy white Jets jersey. I couldn't be more excited to see what the hell that thing looks like. It's the best. It's gonna be great.
I see Blitzcrew in the chat says, "Do you guys write off jerseys as work expenses on your taxes?" The answer is yes. It's a uniform.
I do.
I absolutely do.
But I certainly do.
100%. Yeah. Who's to say I would buy these if I was not doing this? Right?
I wouldn't.
so.
It's only for work.
Only for work.
Yeah.
All right. We got Old and Retired just became a new member of our OnlyFans. Thank you, Old and Retired. If you guys would like to join the OnlyFans, there's a pinned comment in the live chat, and you could be a part of our OnlyFans. But thank you so much, Old and Retired. Moose City dropped in with a $10 super chat saying, "We are back. Jets will be the best team in the AFC East." Matt, are we finishing number one? Are we dismantling Buffalo, squishing the fish, and then closing the door on the Patriots boogeyman?
I think they have a very good chance to. I think the Bills are still going to be the favorites in the division until proven otherwise. But I do think the Jets have the best chance to knock them off. I probably am going to predict a wild card spot. I think they'll finish as the 5 seed, unfortunately, and the Bills beat them out by like a game or something like that. But it's going to be really close. I think I'll say it like this. How about this? Whichever team gets the 12 wins the division. I think the Jets and the Bills are right there. Coin flip.
No, Jets are going to dominate week 1. We're going to go on a run. We're going to dismantle the Bills. We're going to dismantle the Dolphins. We're going to dismantle the Patriots. And we're going to take back the division. Greenbean, your thoughts? We win in the division this year?
Yes. But I think going into the season that Matt has a great point. The Bills should be the favorite by all the losers who don't want to accept reality. They should. They totally should, though, man. They've been the class, the team of the division for a couple years now, and they still got Allen, they still got Diggs, and you know what I mean. They still got their team, so there's no reason not to. But again, we beat them last year with Zach throwing a $154, and we almost beat them again. In a very ugly game. We didn't have any offense. So I think we're going to come out and we're going to show who's boss, and then slowly but surely we'll take the division. But I think the way it starts, we should probably be looking up. You know what I mean, toward the Bills.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Bills should be favored at the start until we drop our nuts all over them. Posted on our OnlyFans. I can't wait. Brian Scantleberry drops in, says baggage handlers member name idea. Baggage handlers. No, that's lame. Sorry, Brian. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Baggage handlers. I don't know, man. Are the baggage
Load a
handlers
plane?
Celebrated in any capacity?
Probably not enough. Depends.
Probably not enough. You want to know why?
Because they
tell you why
destroy my
Ryan.
skis when they throw them on the fucking plane.
Because when they had my new guitar, my brand new Martin, they left it upside down in the rain. Like it has a case, right? So there's a lid that goes on the case, and then the top goes over. They flipped it so all the water went in and warped my guitar. That's why. That's why, Brian.
Bunch of jackwagons. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Show you.
Screw that, man.
John says, can I get a quick tutorial for joining OnlyFans? Our OnlyFans, all you got to do is click the blue join button on our homepage or click in the pinned comment in the live chat. There's a little link over there, and then you can join it.
I believe the poll question is pinned.
Interesting. So it doesn't. I have both here. So let's do this.
Unless it's just showing the... I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going to do a little copy-paste action. You know what? Maybe we got enough from the poll questions. Looks like Aaron Rodgers is leading the way.
Nice, as he should. Oh, there it comes. Now
there we go. All right. So see, now you can click on that link, join our OnlyFans. Oh man, Blitz Crew. Let's go. Blitz Crew is part of the OnlyFans crew. Love it. You're the man, Blitz Crew. Ace of Spades comes in, says, gift or curse, or gift/curse. B. Hall, Sauce, Garrett Wilson will want more cash. Yeah, did you see the contract that Diggs just got from the Cowboys? It was like 4 or 5, what was it, 5 years? Or no,
92?
I believe. 5 years. Yeah, it was like 104, I think, max value on it. It was like $21 million a year, I think, is what it worked out to be. So this would be a great problem, Ace of Spade. I would love to have to pay Hall and Sauce and Garrett Wilson because they have performed so amazing. that we need to give them monster deals. These are the types of contracts we want to see come across our table. Other teams figure out ways to do it. Bills got Josh Allen, they got Von Miller, they got Stefon Diggs. I have no problem, and I have full confidence that Joe Douglas will be able to maneuver the money here. Matt, your thoughts? Gift, curse, Hall, Sauce, Garrett Wilson want more cash.
Yeah, well, I mean, for Sauce and Garrett Wilson, they're going to get paid. No one's paying running backs right now. Running backs aren't getting paid, so I'm not really worried about Breece Hall. The other two, yeah, they're going to be $20 million plus players, but who cares? You get all those assets and get all those draft picks in order to draft players who are going to be that good. The cap keeps going up every single year. I'm not worried about it.
Green Bean, are you concerned at all about Hall, Sauce, and Garrett Wilson wanting more cash?
Nope. I'm with you, Ryan, and Matt, too, for that matter. The cap goes up every year, and let Joe Douglas figure out how to pay for it. Pay them all. Pay them all, man. You got to know who to pay. It's about time we have guys that we're actually contemplating paying. Like, we talk about it all the time, right? It comes up, like just a couple of years ago, Jets fans were arguing about Robbie Anderson, Jordan Jenkins, and, Marcus May, those types of guys, guys that are good players, but they're not Sauce and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and Aaron Rodgers and Quinnen Williams. Like, it's a whole different thing, man. This is a great problem to have. The great teams figure it out. And not for nothing, if we can really start developing our players, Sherwood's up. Let's see how he does. If we can develop our players, then we wouldn't have to pay everybody, but we already got somebody we love from our own storehouse that's ready to come in, and maybe we can start doing this thing like the Steelers and the Ravens and the Niners and everybody else does. But yeah, man, I think having players that you're worried about having to pay is a great problem to have, something that we're not used to.
So I was just looking. I didn't see Herbert got paid today. 5 years, $262.5 million. That's a whole lot of cheddar.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get a young quarterback at some point that we want to pay that much money to.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I think I saw like the record's been broken like 3 times already on the record-setting deals. Was it this offseason, right? Lamar, Hurts, and now Herbert. Maybe another one in there.
Burrow's probably going to be next.
Oh well, yeah, he's going to destroy it, I would think.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely wild. So I want to hop over to this real quick. I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw this come across my feed today. The Dolphins tried to trade for Saquon Barkley, apparently. They contacted the New York Giants, and the Giants had 2 trade offers for Barkley prior to him signing his 1-year, $11 million contract or whatever he got for this season. So how do we feel? Because we do know a few high-profile running backs are still out there, namely Dalvin Cook, who appears to be interested in going to Miami, and we've heard rumors that Miami is interested in bringing him in. There's also a few other running backs in Zeke Elliott. Fournette is out there still. Hunt's still out there, so a lot of veteran running backs out there. Matt, what are your thoughts on the Dolphins trying to trade for Saquon Barkley?
I'm glad he's not in the division with the New York Jets. They are still obviously kind of linked to Dalvin Cook a little bit. Interesting. I would have been surprised if the Giants pulled the trigger on that. I think they obviously wanted to get something done, and they did on a 1-year basis, just because he's so important to that team. But man, like if you're going against that twice a year, that's tough. He's such a valuable piece as someone in the passing attack and rushing attack. So kind of glad he's not going to the division rival, and screw Miami.
Green Bay, what are your thoughts on Barkley almost getting traded, or at least the Dolphins reaching out to try and trade for him?
Well, it shows that the Dolphins are definitely in the market for a running back, if that's true, right? We heard all the Dalvin Cook stuff. Maybe they're trying to scare Dalvin Cook into, if you want to play for the fierce Finns, you better get on the horn, buddy, or on the jack, as I learned this week, Ryan. The jack is now the phone. That's what we're calling it.
Like the phone jack, even though no one uses a phone jack anymore, and it's all
I
like.
guess so. Sauce told Woolen he can hit him on his jack. So
interesting. Is that how that is? That like the origin of the word? Not obviously the original origin of the word jack, but I've never heard that term referred to for a phone. So I'm out of touch.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's where I learned it. I don't know. I never even heard of that before, hit my jack. And somebody told me, oh, that's old. I'm like, what, old like 3 months? Last year. What is old anymore? I'm friggin' old. And
Chat's got to tell us. You guys can let us know what that means.
Yeah, so Dalvin Cook's got to hit the Dolphins on their jack if he wants to get in there, man. But, I mean, look, I'd hate to see Saquon Barkley on the Dolphins. I mean, let's be real. He's a stud. You know what I mean? But whatever's going on with him and the Giants, I hope it lasts forever. You know what I mean?
I hope it lasts 1 year, and then Saquon doesn't want to move cities, and he wants to just mosey on over to Florham Park, and we'll have him and Brees, and just like, could you imagine he comes over, he's like, I don't need to sign a monster contract with the Jets. I just want to play for my childhood fan team.
That's
be
right.
a 1-2 beast with
I just
Brees.
want to play for the Jets. His dad's a diehard Jets fan. Isn't that the way it goes?
He is.
Yeah.
Saquon grew up a Jet fan.
There you go. I love it.
James hops in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, people seem to forget the Bills have never seen Brees Hall. He needs to play week 1. Let's go Jets. That didn't even occur to me that the Bills had not played against him. The Bills game was that right? There was 2 weeks or 1 week? I think it was 2 weeks after the Denver game, the first one that we wound up winning. So they have not faced him. And we didn't have AVT. I mean, you think about that game that we played them. No Corey Davis, no AVT, no Brees Hall. And now you're saying, they just, might have upgraded from Zach Wilson to Aaron Rodgers, like a top 5 quarterback possibly all time. Like that's the change. I would think the Jets should be. Here's an interesting thing. Do you think the Jets will be favored week 1 against the Bills? It's in our house. What do we think the spread will end up being, Matt?
Well, let's see what the line is now. I'm going to guess it gets down to close to a pick 'em. I think the Bills, if I remember correctly, I think the Bills were initially favored by like 2 points when it first came out. Let's see if I can find where it's at.
Yeah, I feel like a pick 'em game is. I feel like it's either going to be pick 'em or Jets are going to be the favorite by that point. I think there's going to be a lot of people feeling the Jets after Hard Knocks.
I think Bills are favored by 1 right now. It looks like.
So that's a coin flip.
Yeah, essentially.
Right there. I love it. I hope we're favored at the end of this whole thing. Darren drops in. Thank you, Darren. With is that Australian? I think that's Australian. $7.99. Thank you so much. Cannot wait for that Bills game week 1. Love you guys. I appreciate all you guys do to keep me up to date. Love from Australia. Thank you so much for standing on your head to watch this show the right way. It is greatly appreciated. We can't wait for week 1. Very, very, very excited. Oh, speaking of very excited. Myself, Matt, and Greenbean are going to be at training camp on Sunday. So if any of you guys are going to training camp, make sure you look for us because we're going to be, hanging out. We're excited. Super pumped. Greenbean might be having a sleepover with me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Ooh. Do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
I'm jealous.
See? OnlyFans content, baby.
That's so good. The only thing I got to worry about now is how am I going to get to your house? I got to figure that piece out. I got the flight. I got the house, I got the camp, and now I just need to figure the transit out. I'll figure it out.
We'll have my people talk to your people, and we'll see what we can work out.
There you go. I like it.
Knifey Spoony comes in. Thank you for the super chat. Says, love hearing the hype for JJ. He was kind of the forgotten rookie from last year's draft class, but he's going to be an absolute beast this year. I 100% agree. Jermaine Johnson, for me, if I had to pick a breakout player across the Jets roster right now, it's hands down Jermaine Johnson. I think this dude's about to tear people apart. And people forget that this guy could have been a top 10 pick, and he fell down into the draft. And Joe Douglas was calling teams, like 15 teams that he called to try and get up to go get this guy. So this was a highly recruited player, and I'm stoked. The guy looks big, he looks motivated, and he wants to just demolish tackles. Matt, your thoughts on Jermaine Johnson?
Yeah, I'm all in on it. I talked about it today in my training camp recap video. Just how he stood out. He looks slimmer too. I don't know if it's him just switching to the 11. Sorry, Green Bean. But he looks so thin
Somebody had to
in
do
the
it. It
11.
didn't take very long, did it?
No. Mims's body's not even cold yet, and he's out there in the 11. It's crazy.
When they took the photos in the throwback jerseys, he was still in his old number.
Yeah, right.
You
He's
didn't get
still
to see
rocking the 52. So it's I agree though. I think he's gonna play more, maybe around closer to 50%. And he's been starting across from JFM the last couple days. So, we'll see if that continues throughout training camp, and maybe Carl Lawson ends up winning that job. But I love it.
Green Bean, how are you feeling about Jermaine Johnson for this season?
I'll tell you what. A lot of people are, they say that they're disappointed in his rookie season. I think he had a strong rookie season. And I think if we just remember back a couple of years ago with a little fella by the name of Quinnen Williams, he incrementally got better as he was an NFL player. Like, this actually is a real thing. You know what I mean? Guys, they come to the NFL, they learn the speed of the game, they work on their craft, they spend the time with the NFL program and everything. And I think Jermaine Johnson is a prime candidate for that, man. I mean, he showed his talent last year, both on setting the edge or, in the run game and in the passing game. Obviously, there's the famous play where Josh Allen couldn't get around him. But that's scratching the surface, in my opinion. I think he's got the work ethic, he's got the skill set, he's got the talent, he's young, and I'm really excited, man. I think his percentage in the defense will go up, especially with moving Clemens inside. I think it's going to be awesome. I couldn't be more excited for guys like him and Huff, and even I keep wanting to call him McDougal, but McDonald. You know what I mean? Dexter McDougal, but I think Jermaine Johnson's going to be a big part of this thing, man. And we got to remember, like, not everybody comes in and is just dynamic from the first snap of their career. But he was good. He was very good. He was a strong player. And I think he's just going to get better and better as time goes on. And this defense is made for a guy like that, as we've heard Salah say. And I think it's going to be, dude, that's why, like, when I think about playing the Eagles, man, or anybody, I just think we're going to ruin quarterbacks' days. That's what I think, especially because there's actual coverage going on, out there. Like, their guys are going to be covered. Quarterbacks are going to try to make that extra second. And our D-line is actually athletic with guys like McDougal and McDonald and Jermaine Johnson and Huff and all these guys. It's gonna be something to behold, in my opinion, man. And Jermaine Johnson is gonna have a year.
Jin Pak hops in, says, why does every high-profile player want to come to the AFC East? Because 3 of the teams figure to be jockeying for the top of that division, and heavy, I don't want to say favorites, but like definitely involved with potentially winning the AFC in the Jets, the Bills, and the Dolphins. And when you have teams that are all trying to go to that same place and a player that's interested in going to all 3 division rivals, there's going to be a lot of heat going in there. So I think it's a financial thing. Players want to try and get the bidding war up for their own benefit. And then also, these are teams that are going to be, or should be, teams that should be winning a little bit here. So that would be my thought on it. It's contract-wise and winning-wise. Matt, you seem to agree with that?
Yeah, I totally agree with it. I think that makes a ton of sense. They're 3 of the better teams in the AFC, which sounds crazy to think, but the competition, really, to me, I think the competition in the AFC East and AFC North is going to be absolutely nuts this year. It's usually, or I guess when it first happened, I thought, wow, they're adding another playoff team, like 7 playoff teams, pretty diluted. This year in the AFC might not be the case. There might be like a 10-7 team not making the playoffs this year.
It's wild how stacked the AFC is. I mean, we were trying to talk about the NFC, and we're like, all right, who's the second best team after the Eagles? Like the 49ers, depending on the quarterback situation? That's got to be it. And then you're like down to like maybe Dallas and Seattle, maybe? I don't know. Where do you go from there? Lions, possibly?
Lions.
What are the Vikings going to be? I don't know.
Question marks. It's
A
like
lot of question marks.
very, very different. AFC is like 8 or 9 deep in the NFC. You got like really 2 good teams, and one of them doesn't have a quarterback.
Green Bean, what about you? Why do you think high-profile players want to come to the East?
Because we're paying them more over here. That's what's going on. I don't know. I think that there's a lot. Look, you look right now, especially with the Jets turning the corner. You got the Bills, you got the Dolphins. The Dolphins haven't made the playoffs, and they've been disappointing, but they've been a winning team for years. You know what I mean? Last year, I don't think they had a winning record. Maybe 8. Were they 9 wins or were they 8 wins last year? Whatever.
Yeah, 9, I believe.
9.
They finished
So
with.
they've been 9-8, 10-7, 9-8. Like they're a good team, man. They just can't get into the playoffs because while being a good team, they also suck, right? They're chokers, and but they're still a good team. So players want to come and play where there's going to be a chance. If the money's equal, they would always choose a winner. I mean, playing for a losing organization with Adam Gase or something as the coach, it's brutal. They hate that shit, man. It's like it makes it a miserable experience. So going and playing for a team that can have some fun, I think, is a good bet. So that's probably what's going on, and the money.
JD hops in, says Cook said he didn't even get an offer from the Dolphins or Jets. I thought I did see that. There's just been so much smoke to him coming to either the Jets or the Dolphins, and it's probably his agent just dropping as much breadcrumbs as possible to try to get one team spooked. The fact that Miami's trying to trade for a running back that they would have to pay a lot of money to instead of going for someone that in theory might take slightly less than Saquon, even though he's looking for whatever contract. I don't know. Matt, you think he ultimately, Cook that is, winds up in Miami, or do you think maybe he's not even going to end up there?
I don't know. I really am having a hard time figuring this out. I tweeted the eye emoji the other day, and Boy Green was going all in saying like, "Oh, something's coming." I'm like, "Oh, he's signed with the Jets today." It didn't happen, unfortunately. I think there's something holding it up. I wonder if it's his alleged domestic violence issues coming up right now, and that's something that's holding teams back. But I'm a little surprised that we're this far into it and he still isn't signed.
Yeah, his issues have kind of stemmed back all the way to high school, if I remember correctly. I think when we were doing research on him, it was like 6 years in a row from like his graduating year in college or, when he went to the draft, backwards 6 years. He had some sort of incident with the police like every single year. And this new, thing, obviously not great. Green Bean, you think he ultimately ends up in Miami? Dalvin Cook?
Yeah, I've been thinking that for a while. I mean, I guess the Jets are a possibility. All these things are coming out that there's serious interest and all that stuff. And now he's following people. He's following Jets media. Did he follow Matt O'Leary? Did I see that?
No,
I don't think.
he didn't follow me. No, he definitely didn't do that.
He didn't follow Green Bean either, so don't worry about it. But why is he following Richie? You know what I mean? There's something there. There's something there. So maybe not, but I think, I'm inclined to think that that's where he ends up.
I'm trying to find, I've got an article of stuff that happened, but I thought they were going to give me some bullet points, but it's a very big article, so I'm not going to try and find it all right now. Scott V drops in, says DraftKings has Rodgers over under at 39.50 for passing yards and 28.5 passing touchdowns. I would take the over on both of those because I think he's going to play in every game, and I think he's definitely going to play better than he played last year, and he got, 3,600 yards, 3,700 yards? I think he's going to destroy all the Jets' passing records, and 4,000 whatever yards and 31 touchdowns, I think, is what breaks it, or 32 touchdowns. Matt, what do you think? Over under these numbers?
Yeah, I'm taking the over on both. I don't think it's going to be like some crazy 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, but I think it's going to be, 4,100 yards, 32, 34 touchdowns, something like that, which is still a really great season, but that, as you said, would just smash the Jets records. I think he clears both of those numbers pretty handedly.
Green Bean, what do you think? Rodgers over under 39.50 for yards and 28.5 touchdowns?
Over all day. He's going to hit 39.50 by week 10. 390 yards a game. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. I think over is a strong bet. Obviously, you never know what's going to happen and all that jazz. But we're loaded, dude. We're loaded, and we have some real talent. And I think 30. I'm looking at, realistically, in the 42 to 4,500 yard range for this year.
I see Blitzcrew in there says, did you see the TPS video today? For worst NFL contracts, first one, Jamal Adams.
Dun, dun, dun.
It doesn't get old.
Today's the 3-year anniversary of the trade, by the way.
It is. I saw Samini tweet that out. I was like, oh, very interesting. This day changed the trajectory of this team, getting Garrett Wilson and AVT. Absolutely wild. Thank you so much, Seattle, and thank you, Jamal Adams.
Dude, let me just say this real quick.
Go for it. Monologue.
Ticketmaster, the Jets, they just charged $32 service fee per ticket for a game.
Yeah,
Wait,
sounds
what?
about right, unfortunately.
Dude, what is that? $32 is a
that?
ticket. I just
What are you
saw
talking about? I'm so confused right now. What
Jets
kind of
tickets. $32 service fee. $32
to buy a
and 11
jet ticket?
per ticket.
I don't think. Even more reason to come to Jets Chargers with us because we're not going to whack you with a
That's
service
right,
fee.
dude.
Right?
Holy shit. We're not charging any service fees, are we, Ryan?
No. And I don't think the Jets are charging us service fees either. I hope not.
That's right.
They didn't
Dude,
tell us that if they are.
For a comparison, I just went and saw the Crash Test Dummies the other night.
Nice.
$35 a ticket. The whole ticket.
Green bean's a little salty. It's all right.
Bullshit, man. Sorry.
Matthew hops in. Says, assuming Rodgers comes back next year, what are the odds Devante Adams comes to the Jets? That would be amazing. Could you? I don't see it happening. You'd probably. What's his contract look like? Would he be like a cut probably over there? Let's see. That's not how you spell Adams. All right. So next year, 2024, they would have to designate him a post-June 1st cut because he's got $16 million coming to him. So it would have to be a trade. And if you trade for him, his base salary for next year is $17 million. And then for 25 and 26, it's 35.6 and 36.6. So there's no way he's seeing that. So you'd be trading for him for a 1-year contract unless the Raiders are looking to eat additional salary cap to get him eventually off the books. Interesting. I don't think it's happening.
No, that would surprise me.
Greenby, what do you think?
Devante Adams?
Yeah.
Nah. I just don't see it. Dude, we got Garrett Wilson. And we got all kinds of fun guys. We're paying Lazard. I don't know. They were looking at OBJ, so who knows? But imagine having Devante Adams and Garrett Wilson. Could you imagine?
It'd be insane. I mean, we were talking about possibly having like DeAndre Hopkins, possibly having Odell. I think, look, Corey Davis, while he's not necessarily in the same conversation as those wide receivers, I think he's going to have a good year. I really do. I'm excited for Corey Davis.
Yeah, I mean, go on, man.
Sorry.
Go on.
I was just going to say, I think he's in a better suit, like his role he's better suited for as a like third option. Like his first year with the Jets, he was their number one. And then even at times last year, I think they were relying on him pretty heavily at times. And he's just, he was a little inconsistent. But as a third option at a wide receiver, I think that's fine.
Patrick hops in. He says, just ordered Legacy White 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐧. Can't wait for Chargers game. Let's go Jets. Yeah, I ordered a 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐽 jersey as well. 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞 and Quinnen Williams. Those were the two I got. Matt, which way? Matt's this way. Ordered a, your sister got the Garrett Wilson and you got the Rodgers. And then Green Bean got the Quinnen. There we go. See?
He knows.
Knew I was going to remember it. Had it on lock the whole time.
There you
Now
go.
Kraft says, I bought a Legacy Gastineau jersey immediately.
Damn right.
Yeah, as soon as I saw like the 𝐒𝐞𝐞𝐫𝐢, I was like, ooh, gonna do that one right now.
I know. It was hard for me not to, but I've been waiting so long to buy an actual current player's jersey. You know what I mean? Like, I had to get my Quinnen jersey, dude. It's been a long time.
Yeah, he's locked in for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna
I have a
retire, Jeff. They'll
𝐒𝐞𝐞𝐫𝐢
keep him.
somewhere too. I don't know where the hell it is, but somebody's got. If you have my 𝐒𝐞𝐞𝐫𝐢 jersey out there, please return it to Green Bean at 111 Green Bean Drive.
Green Bean Drive. Oh, I love it. I love it. Scott V says, all these mega deals happening lately. Could you see Rodgers signing a 2-year mega deal? I think it's going to be the opposite. I think if he stays, he's going to take a much smaller contract than we would all otherwise think. Like, I think this is the last shot as far as, I shouldn't say last shot, but I think we're going to see far more exciting numbers than we were initially thinking. Crossfire drops in, gifting a membership. Look at him go. You get one, you get one, you get one. Let's see.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. Crossfire does another one.
Look at this guy.
He wants me to break my button.
And Crossfire
I love it.
He's getting a
Gifted one.
A thing.
I-
He's getting entered.
I didn't.
Every time he does it, he's getting entered too. So
So he's getting
he might
entered every
win.
time. Look, I didn't
win
know this thing did this. That's pretty cool. Crossfire gifted one OnlyFans membership viewer. I did not set that up.
Whoa, that's cool.
That was really neat.
that's good.
It's like magic hopping in behind the scenes here.
I like it.
Thank you, Crossfire. Let's see. Does it tell? It doesn't usually tell us who claimed it. I didn't see who claimed it in there.
Claimed what? The OnlyFans?
It was me.
The
I did
OnlyFans
it.
thing. Yeah. Usually there's like a. I don't know.
It's random, right? Doesn't it do the thing?
It does. Oh, he did it again.
He's crazy. Crossfire's drinking again. This is good.
Crossfire. 𝐒𝐞𝐞𝐫𝐢 drops in, says, still waiting for the OnlyFans calendar. Ooh, yeah. You know, we did talk about having a sexy Jet content creator calendar. Crossfire did it again. I gotta break my button. Oh, Knobcraft donates 5.
Knobcraft.
Holy
Yeah, he
shit.
was. He was fighting with Crossfire.
Sorry,
the other
I'm
night.
doing it for everyone.
Yeah.
I should probably not do it for everyone because I'm gonna just lose my mind. There we go. 5 hit it's. But hit the like button. Knobcraft. Holy smokes. Making it rain.
That's right. Knobcraft in the house.
So let's go back to our conversation that was so important. Our OnlyFans calendar with the sexy content creators might have to, come back around.
Dude, we should totally do one for real.
I think it would be fucking hysterical.
It would be
I
hysterical.
think it would be
Let's
really
do it.
fucking funny.
Let's do it. I'm in.
I would do it. You got to be Christmas, Green Bean, or like December.
Yeah.
You don't have any option.
Yeah.
There's no other. I got a
There's
Santa
not-
outfit, and it's definitely not fitting you because I was like really small when I got it because it's not really going to fit me. No. I don't want a good fitting Santa outfit on you, Green Bean. I want sexy outfit with the Santa
Sexy,
outfit.
come on.
Sexy Santa. Nips out. There you go. Oh, that's a great
Oh
hat.
my God, look at him.
That's a really good Santa hat.
This is legit. This is
That's a real
this is
McCoy.
velvet.
That's
This is
from his
velvet, everybody.
actual shop.
Yeah.
I love it.
You see? I'll wear
I
it
see
for
Matt
a
taking a
while.
picture right now. He's so smiley. I love it. Crossfire.
Oh, there it is. You got to send
There it
that shit
is. He
out.
donates another one.
There it is.
And
That's
that Candy
picture
Boot
one.
becomes a member of the OnlyFans.
Can't wait.
Till you see all our dirty pictures on OnlyFans. Oh,
Hey,
jeez.
Zachary Berner, Ryan, says this. Members are not gifting right now. YouTube problem. Let Ryan know. What does that mean, Zachary Berner? Ryan will
So
understand.
that's
technical
that's what
jargon.
I'm looking at right now because normally it says like the gifted memberships pop up. So maybe something happens where it'll like push towards like the next stream or something and it'll be like boom, 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 became a member. But But yeah, it's not popping up like it normally does. Usually there's like a bunch of this person claimed the gift. Interesting.
Well, that's bullshit. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
That's crap. I don't know how that works. Yeah. Bullshit. Zachary says it shows up, but it's not gifting people,
Yeah.
and people
What?
will be refunded. Interesting. Okay.
Well, that's bullshit.
Well, as long as that happens. I don't want anyone sending stuff that can't
Yeah.
be claimed.
That'd be annoying. Get it together, YouTube.
Oh,
I know,
𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞𝐽. I love it. Becomes a member of the channel.
𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐽.
OnlyFans.
There he is. This is great.
Matt, what month would you want on our OnlyFans calendar?
I would say April, birthday month and draft month. I want to do April. I don't know what I'm dressing up as though.
Ooh,
Easter
my
Bunny?
birthday's in November, so maybe I could dress. I could dress up like a turkey.
Yeah.
You could be a Playboy bunny. I'll
Oh,
be a
no.
sexy turkey. Little pilgrim action. Oh,
God, that's
I
great.
love it. 𝐒𝐞𝐞𝐫𝐞𝐽 is naughty pilgrim.
That's good.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Allison Tuckwad says, "How do I get Jets?" I'm assuming she's saying this. Yeah. There you go. You get a Jets just
Officially
for you.
gotten Jets.
See? If you do want to get the membership to the OnlyFans, though, you can click on the pinned comment in the live chat. Can't tell you what's going on over there because, it's only for fans.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
it's a mystery.
Curly hops in. Curly says, do we think Corey Davis takes a pay cut or nah? I think only if they commit another year to him and it winds up being an extra, maybe more guaranteed money, 2 years, but drops his cap hit, something like that. Crossfire! Gives another one. Look at you go, Crossfire.
Crossfire, I don't care. He's going to keep
He's the
going.
man. He's the man. Corey Davis. Does he take a pay cut, Matt?
Oh, sorry, I was too busy dancing.
Knob
to the-
Craft, sorry. I love it.
I feel like it would have happened by now if that was going to happen, right?
I don't know.
I think he sticks.
Stays with the same contract.
Yeah,
Green
with
Bean,
the
what do
same.
you think about it? Same contract, or you think Corey Davis takes a pay cut?
I think he's going to keep this contract.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they lowered him at this point because they've gotten everyone signed. Unless there's like, hey, Corey, we're going to give you some money next year. Like maybe we'll make your 10.5 fully guaranteed, but it's going to be 2-year contract. That drops your cap hit this year. We can slide more money into Rodgers' contract this year. Maybe that's something they discussed a little bit down the line. I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I don't know. I mean, he's on the lower end anyway. I mean, he's not a 1, so there's that. But it's, he's not really breaking the bank, right? What's the average for it
depends what you call him. I would call him wide receiver 2 or 2B. Like him and Lazard to me is kind of, they're of a similar.
Wash.
Yeah. Now money wise, they're the same. So maybe you're saying we have a very cheap Garrett Wilson and one really high priced wide receiver, but it's 2 people. That's Lazard and Corey Davis.
Yeah,
Right? That's how I'm going to choose to look at it.
maybe. How come I can't buy a parking pass on this website, Ryan? What's
Oh
going on?
no.
What are you talking about? What parking pass are you trying to find?
For the Jets?
For like training camp?
No, for the game.
Because it's on the website, Green Bean. All you got to do is wait till
Where?
the week before, and then we
No,
send them.
not our game. He means his other game, the one that he was complaining about the service fees for.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that your Black Friday game you're going to?
yeah.
No, it's because it's Black
I'm in a
Friday and
good
they're not.
mood, huh?
The mall's taking up all the spots. Sorry, Green Bean.
I'm calling this.
We got to chopper you in.
I'm pulling a crossfire. I'm all excited. I'm just like, fuck it.
I want this. I want that.
I want it. I want a Quinn's jersey. I want a fitted cap. I want a new shirt. I want sneakers. I want shoelaces.
Oh, God.
You're nuts. Charles says, Mims is a stud, but he didn't show up for volunteer camp. Makes you curious. Don't think he wanted to be here anymore. No, I don't think so either.
He was there. What are we talking
Did he
about?
participate?
Of course he did.
I don't remember.
the little
I have a
video
short memory.
They released a video, Woody did, on his Instagram. If you're not following it, it's very, very exciting. There are people that actually believe that Woody's editing that and cutting it together. Like, I've seen comments like, awesome edit, Woody.
Billionaires in there just like, hold on, let me figure out how to move this frame over here.
Right. If you said
I don't
to
think
Woody,
so.
hey, Woody, great Instagram, he would say, what's Instagram?
Hey, Woody, get me on the Wi-Fi. I don't know if that's going to fly.
Yeah. But
Can you convert
anyway,
this from PDF to Word doc?
Yeah. Ah!
Are we on Lotus? But MS-DOS? But he on his Instagram, though, they released a video like of day 3 of OTAs and stuff, and of all the wide receivers like doing shit. And Mims was in there. I mean, and remember there was a play where like they showed all these.
Sorry, Green Bean. Crossfire donated another one.
If Matt was saying this, he wouldn't have done it.
No, you're right. I wouldn't have. I only interrupt Santa.
It's fucking weird. Santa, he's been watching you too, man. He knows if you've been bad or good.
He's going to check it twice.
I'm going to check this list later on. I'm going to go, that guy cut me off 79 times.
This guy's a jerk.
79 lumps of coal.
Yeah.
Right. Coal for you. Like, coal, thank you, Santa. It's freezing. What was I saying, Matt? I don't remember.
Who knows?
Something about volunteer minicamp, Mims.
Oh, yeah. Was Mims there?
Oh, yeah. Well, remember, like, all the fans, they showed, like, 5, wide receivers catching something, and Mims had a catch. Like, he had to stop and go back, and it popped up, and then he caught it, and they're like, the guy can't even catch. He had to bump it. Like, everybody, it's just, Mims, go save yourself, man. Like, whatever it is here, it ain't working, right? Like I said, I'm honestly relieved. And he's going to do great, and I'm going to hate him. I'm going to hate him in a matter of weeks. It's just the way that it goes. But good for him, man. I just looked at a few Lions articles. They're loving him. They're talking about his size. They're talking about his speed. He's making great catches in camp. So good. Go out there, revitalize your career. For whatever reason, we hated him. I don't know what it was. I didn't like him.
I don't know. I'm starting to think that Green Bean's more Denzel Mims fan than Jet fan.
Yeah, this is a first one for me, because as soon as a guy leaves a team, Green Bean's totally all over, like, screw this guy, I'm done with him, I want him to stink. But there's a little Mims love affair you got going on.
But he didn't leave. That's it. There are
He's totally, his ass is out the door.
He didn't. He got traded, right? So there's different things. Just like the same thing.
Sam got traded. Jamal got traded.
Jamal.
Elijah. I don't remember
Elijah Moore got traded.
Elijah love from Green Bean.
Listen, Elijah Moore's an asshole. Jamal Adams is an asshole. Sam Darnold sucked for 3 straight years. All right. So
the fuck did Mims do?
What did Mims do?
Exactly. I know.
He's just the guy that never got a shot. So again, you'll see. But it's like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. What's going on right now? This is like a setup, everybody. But listen, Mims was a guy who never got a shot for whatever reason, right? We rooted for him. He never got a shot with this organization. His rookie year, he was fine. They fired that org. They put him in. He never really gets a shot, a true shot. So it's like, what's to hate?
Sorry, I'm done talking to Green Bean.
Oh, no.
Good.
Frozen. Hey, stay frozen back there.
No.
Has
That's
anyone
right.
seen Green Bean and Jets Forever in the same room before?
That's true. I've never seen them in the same room before.
I'm just asking the questions.
It is entirely possible. I see Thomas. Shut up.
You guy's an idiot.
Thomas in the chat goes, Crossfire's wife is going to kill him tomorrow. Crossfire follows that up with she's already giving me dirty looks.
Oh, no.
Oh, I love it. Scott becomes a member of the channel. Joining the OnlyFans. Thank you, Scott. Much appreciated. Knob Craft donates another OnlyFans membership. Douglas hops in, says, an owner named Woody Johnson is appropriate for Jets OnlyFans.
That's good.
Oh, flashback. It's green. Green. Oh, man. Green bean's like black and white bean.
Is that the helmet that they used when you started watching football, Green Bean?
Yeah, I got this when I was 4. Still fits. It was big back then.
It fit perfectly then, fits perfectly now.
This is what I'll wear if I get into a summer month in the calendar.
Imagine if Aaron Rodgers had a helmet that size instead of like the massive one he's got, the space helmet.
Yeah, imagine. This is what
I wonder why, concussions happen with those. I can't quite figure it out.
You, man.
What happened? Did you headbutt the wall with that thing, Green Bean?
You look like a dirty Q-tip.
I told you, Mike. You want to know how I grew up, man? This is it. So my cousin, I had a cousin who's like, he's right around my age, right? So a little bit, he's like 8 months younger, or whatever. But my father and my uncles, everybody, he had a Giants version of this, exactly the same, but Giants. And he's still a Giants fan, by the way. But they used to put the helmets on us, hold us back like 10 feet from each other, and like go lower your head and run towards each other.
Oh, no.
And we would do that. That's what we do. I go, ow, my head. And, oh, come on. And they would do it. I'd get like a pounding headache. But that's where all these marks and shit. Oh, Vinny Testaverde signed it, by the way.
See, I didn't even have to like go to a planetarium. I just saw stars whenever I went running at people.
Yeah, see, there's like blue on it still.
Oh, yeah.
Red. All kinds of shit. But yeah, that's why I'm so slap happy.
Jin Pak says serious head injury waiting to happen. I don't think it was waiting to happen.
Yeah, it's happened.
May have happened.
We lived it.
Hank G says looks like a dinosaur skull with green paint. Yeah, you look like Cubone or whatever, the Pokemon. You throw that. Sorry, nerd reference.
Nerd. Nerd alert.
VR says Woody Johnson likes Kuntz, as long as Sherwood is hard man.
Oh, yes.
This is getting good. All right.
Oh my God. Oh, that was good. That was really good.
So anyway.
That makes me smile.
On Mims.
Yeah.
The guy
just win Jets says Mims less than garbage can.
That's not nice.
What is that? I don't understand.
That's mean.
Now we're just
garbage can catches my shit I throw in it.
This is I'm going to call this is mob mentality right now. Everybody's just jumping in. You're all going to regret what you say to me later. You're going to be like, you know what? I shouldn't have been mean to Green Bean. That's what you're going to say.
Matthew says, helmet so dirty it looks like it got stuck his head up Mims' ass.
Is that what it looks like to you?
Oh, my God. I said dirty Q-tip. That's all right.
No.
Dirty? Dude, that is...
weathered.
Weathered Q-tip.
Right, that is like years of experience on there, man. You guys don't know.
Hank G says he fought with that helmet in the Civil War.
Maybe.
Oh,
wait,
this makes me smile.
I'll fucking defend myself right now.
Jordan says, do you think Becton might ride the bench this year when Brown comes back? There's been some rumors about Becton possibly getting traded. And I think Matt made a video on this talking about it. I want to say, I hope not. I would like to see him just dominate for us and earn the left tackle job. But I heard today at training camp, he got pulled after a sack that he gave up to Will McDonald, I believe. And then he didn't go back in. And I think Salah said something along the lines of they have him on a pitch count. It just so happened that he got pulled out after he gave up a sack. So I don't know. Matt, what do you think about Becton?
I definitely would not trade him, and I'm not really surprised to see him starting slow. He hasn't really played in 2 years, and he's going. This is like his first time seeing full speed, with pads on. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a slow build back up here. And he struggled against Carl Lawson in 2021 for a reason, because of the speed that he has in the bend, and same thing with Will McDonald. So tough matchup on your first day back with pads on.
Greenbean, what do you think about Becton and how he's performing so far in camp?
Yeah, I think, well, it's funny. I was listening to something else, and they said, oh, well, Becton hasn't even played on the right side, which is not true. I saw him on the right side. I saw him on the left side. I think it's again, like we're talking about the first little batch of days in camp. I think it's smart to have him on a pitch count for the reasons that Matt said. I wouldn't trade him unless he's disgruntled, or if somebody's saying, hey, we'll give you a first round pick or something, or, something crazy, like there's an offer that you can't refuse. But dude, last year, if we've learned anything from last year, it's that you need tackles, okay? And you need good ones. And we got decimated. So like, while it's, I don't even want to say that because it'll be jinxy. It's just
I think it's silly to move on from Becton when tackle seems like an area of need for the Jets. There's with such high upside, it would be foolish. And he's
still on his rookie contract, man. It's like it just makes no sense. Again, unless he's making waves, if he's bitching and moaning all day and he's causing problems or something like that. But I think there's a lot more said about him than I think is real. You know what I mean? But like Matt nailed it. Like, he hasn't played in 2 years. They were knee injuries. So like, just work him back in. What's the first week of training camp? You don't have to impress anybody. You know what I mean? Just work him back in, get him up to speed, and then see what he does in the games. I wonder if he'll end up playing in the Hall of Fame game. I'd love to see him. But again, if it takes till preseason game 2 or 3 before, then it is what it is, I'd love to see him get the opportunity. While it's unlikely, I'd love to see him get the opportunity to play enough in the preseason that he could get that look to, potentially win the starting left tackle job. But anyway, I think it would be a silly move to trade him just because Billy Turner's on the on the roster, and you like Max Mitchell, and because like everybody's got these injuries and shit. Like even the rookie that we brought, his name's just escaping me right now.
Carter Warren.
The guy, what's his name?
Carter Warren.
Carter Warren, right? So like he had an injury. You got Dwayne Brown with an injury. Max Mitchell had the blood. There's a lot of just keep everybody you got, in my opinion. So I'd be surprised.
Blitzker comes in and says Becton was rusty, gave up 2 sacks to Lawson in a row, then 1 to McDonald and was pulled. I didn't realize he gave up 3 in a row. That's not great. The speed's always been an issue for Becton, and that's like not great for tackle purposes. So we'll see. Russell says Jets OnlyFans. Wonder if Mims will subscribe. I don't know how much of a fan he is of us. He should. Mims, if you're watching this.
Yeah, and we know that you are.
Yeah, absolutely. See, he's got to get his love. If you love how much Green Bean has supported you, you will join our OnlyFans to make sure you get his calendar picture on your wall.
Does Teen Bean and Baby Bean get this much love and support?
Yeah. I don't know. I think Mims is like special. Everyone else,
when they leave the house, I don't know when they leave.
I hate my kids now. They're gone. They're out of the house. But Mims, we love Mims. We got to keep talking about Mims.
Let me just say this. Since you're going to overtly try to make this a real narrative, you do realize how frail that it's like. It's a clear attempt to try to make it into. It's like, dude, there's nothing to throw stones at. As soon as he plays a game for another team, I know how it's going to go. We traded him to the Detroit Lions. Like, what's the hate? I don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't understand.
I don't understand you.
I don't understand
Darnold, Adams, Moore.
Hey, look, if you're going to try to Rich Cimini this thing,
I'm gonna poke and prod you.
I'm gonna.
I'm going to get you to say something you don't want to
Everybody,
say.
this is what's happening right now. Ryan is trying to compare Denzel Mims to Jamal Adams, the Manish Mehta debacle. We're trying to compare Denzel Mims to Elijah Moore, who complained, who pouted and ran off the field. As, I don't want to stay here. You suck. And he had to be removed and sent home. Like, there's no comparison. There isn't. That's what's happening. Everybody sees it.
Thank you for that.
A bunch of buttholes in here.
Oh, jeez. Adam S. says, everyone is gaslighting Green Bean. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what it is. It's gaslighting. And you see it. This is the thing. Like, you know,
pour some gas on it.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I've dated some of the craziest women I had a girlfriend one time who, like, listen to this, all right? She was, she was really cool, really fun and everything, but she was unstable, right? Like, so one day I was, like, close to her face, and she said, "Get out of my face, or I'm going to take this pen and stick it in your eyeball." And I was like, ha, ha, ha. And she said, "I'm going to stick this in your eyeball." And I was like, okay, like this, like
just
what happened?
Like
so
Homer Simpson hiding into
things.
the bushes.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, maybe she's joking, but I'm gonna err on the side of caution here. Like, I know how to navigate through crazy, dude. I'm a therapist. Ryan's he's being crazy. He's trying to gaslight me. It's like, there's no way. It's not real. There's no comparison, everybody.
Billy SBC says, you set him off.
I would never intentionally set Green Bean off for laughs. That doesn't sound like something I would do.
I think that is exactly what we're doing. We're here for this. I don't
get set off anymore. I don't.
No.
I don't flip tables anymore. I don't do it. Unless if we were at a Jets game and somebody like pulled Ryan's ears or something.
Pulled his ears?
Like, hey, get off Ryan's ears.
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Nobody touches Ryan's ears.
Show you. I have people touching my ears now. Thank you.
Everybody's going to be fucking tugging your ears at the game. I'm sorry. I have to.
What are we talking about? Billy SBC says, in the NFL, you ain't given a chance. You got to take it. Mims did not take it.
What happened? What did he say?
He's saying in the NFL, you have a chance. You got to take it. You didn't take it.
Yeah. So what part about being inactive, and then when he comes in, or like look at week 1, Salah's first year. He sat on the bench the entire game. Zach Wilson was running around like a crazy person, couldn't do a damn thing. Mims comes in for 3 plays. He gets a 51-yard reception. And then he was inactive for the next 2 weeks. So please, talk about it. Look, dude, like, let's just live in reality.
𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞 is saying, hey, he's just saying Pirine was more successful than Mims.
Yeah.
You didn't like Pirine now. He's off the team.
Fuck Pirine.
Well, what the hell?
I'm
all sorts of lost. You're sending mixed signals, Green Bean.
No, I'm not, dude. I am lockstep. If you can't understand, then that's on you. I am very consistent. And I've said it before. Mims, he just got traded a couple days ago. It's training camp. There's nothing to hate. Once he goes out there and like does something to impact the Jets, the hate is going to be pure and real. And like Pirine's got himself a Super Bowl ring. So I don't know what everybody's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, hey, dude, Pirine, it's totally fine, dude. You know, Pirine went, he got cut. It's fine. He's not lighting the NFL on fire. I never said Pirine should be a starter. I said Pirine is a perfect depth running back, somebody who's very consistent. You look over his college and NFL career, he's a 4-yard average type of guy. And that's what you want. You know, it's a guy that you want as your 3rd or 4th back. That's what I liked Pirine for. And like the end of the game, you just give him the ball. He gets 4 yards, 4 yards, 4. You can help run the clock. Those guys are important. And then special teams. He went over to, I believe it was the Eagles, and he got himself a Super Bowl ring. So throw your darts, 𝐒𝐿𝐫𝐞𝐞.
Billy says Snoopy flying his doghouse had the same hat as Ryan. It's true. That's actually where the hat came from initially. I was like, wow, I always loved Snoopy and Peanuts, and I grew up on Charlie Brown and whatnot. And I was like, oh, the aviator hat was always really cool for the Red Baron. And I was like, I'm gonna wear that. That'll be my little shtick, my gimmick for the channel. And boom, that's where it came from. And now it's here forever. Not leaving. G says, Mims was also literally poisoned by this organization, so maybe withhold judgment on his ability to seize an opportunity. He ate the salmon. Why are you eating fish? See?
I'm a big salmon guy. I don't blame him on that one.
Yeah, but I'm not eating I don't know the chefs at One Jets Drive. They're probably really good. So eat the salmon.
They have to, yeah.
I know, literally poisoned. And then when he came back, he got COVID.
I do feel bad for him initially. Like he left the Adam Gase era and was like, all right, Robert Saleh, cool. Like we got a new head coach. I'm going to be the featured receiver. It's going to be great. And the Jets are like, oh yeah, we're going to go get Corey Davis and we're going to get 𝐒𝐭𝐭 Cole. We're going to draft Elijah Moore. Then the next year we're going to get Garrett Wilson. We're going to bring in all these guys. And he's just getting moved down and down the depth chart. So there's definitely a little bit of me that feels bad for Mims, but the more I can get Green Bean fired up, the better.
Yeah,
I very much enjoy this.
Funny. But it's a funny thing. Like you look at the wisdom of our previous offensive coordinators. Like this is the thing. Like we base our opinion on players on like what they can do with the organization, but you don't forget the organization is not necessarily making the correct decisions all the time. They chose to have 𝐒𝐿 Cole as a starting wide receiver who had a hot 10 receptions last year. Okay, for the Las Vegas Raiders, 10 guys. So like that's the guy that they had starting over Mims. He couldn't break in because 𝐒𝐿 Cole was a super loud personality. Yeah, everybody. Remember he spoke after he was the guy leading the post-game speeches.
The helicopter, right? Like, and he's like,
he was a loudmouth. He was a great guy. He's funny and all that sort of shit. And
he's a glue guy
in his own right. But dude, 10 receptions. He had 28 receptions for the Jets. Like that's the guy. They chose. And now don't forget, at the end of the year, Mims was he was healthy. He would go in for a couple plays, and they chose to start Tariq Black. Like, why? And what is the purpose of starting Tariq Black or Jeff Smith over a Denzel Mims? Like, what's the purpose? Like, what are we trying to accomplish? So, and then Mike LaFleur has been fired. So, like, don't forget all that. Like, again, Mims, whatever he is, he can go there and suck. If he doesn't make the roster, we don't even get a 6th-round pick for him. It is what it is. But let's not attribute all of the blame to a guy that couldn't crack a roster that valued 𝐒𝐿 Cole and Tariq Black and Jeff Smith. Like all those guys are scrubs, all of them. Let's be real. Can we at least say that? Is Tariq Black somebody that you hope makes your active game day roster, Ryan? Tariq Black?
I think he's somewhere on the depth chart, very far down. Definitely, Mims is ahead of him. Look. Yeah. No, I know.
He's not here.
But Mitt Flair brings up he never wanted to be a Jet. Look at the draft video. Yeah, he was very unenthusiastic when he was drafted, and I think maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe he just didn't want to be here, and the whole thing with Douglas and Saleh has been we want guys who want to be here. So maybe there is some level of truth to that, but maybe that's because he's not getting the opportunities, for the 2 years with this regime.
Yeah. Well, I think Mims gets right. Mims is known as like, remember I was even asking Connor Hughes about it. I'm like, what's the deal? And he said that like Mims is very difficult to reach. Like they actually asked for permission to speak with him and they were denied. Like he's very introverted. He's not an outgoing guy. Like you see, even a guy like, for example, a great example right now is Brownlee, right? He's out there He's just like energetic. He's boisterous. Like the talent aside, whoever's more talented, completely aside, it's like there's a mindset. There's kind of a personality that I think is much more attractive and outwardly somebody that you want to give the ball to. Like Mims is just quiet. He just goes about his job. He just doesn't say anything. He's real introverted and all that. And that's it's tough to break in when you're doing that. It's always been a thing with him. And the draft thing, remember what he said about Philly? He said, I wouldn't want to go to Philly or something like that because you get killed or some shit.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, it was some. Forgive me, I'm definitely not getting it right, but it's something in that effect. But yeah, I mean that kind of stuff. It's just he's just not an excitable guy. Like you want a guy to go, yeah, I'm drafted. And he was just like, give me the hat. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And like so
you just had your entire body of work from your childhood up to this point, and you're selected. It's supposed to be emotional. Show a smile, a grin.
You're supposed to be somebody that you're not. You're supposed to pretend. If you're not,
I'm not asking him to pretend. Just be excited that we picked you.
What if he is? He just doesn't show
care.
it the way that you like.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like
Fair.
You see it.
Yeah, I know. You're making sense.
Damn right I am.
Wrong.
I always do.
Well, I don't know. Sam Darnold wasn't surrounded by talent, and you're pretty happy that he was playing poorly. But Mims,
Sam Darnold
has Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback now. Couldn't handle it.
Listen. To properly rehash the Sam Darnold thing, we all the going into his third year, I made predictions of 4,000 yards. I was behind Sam Darnold as much as anybody, right? Weathering all the stuff, even with Terrell Pryor, like he finally got rapport his rookie year with a wide receiver. They just cut him after 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Like his offensive line, he never had better than like the 30th offensive line while he was here. So like there was all kinds of stuff. My thing with Sam was that he was damaged. You know what I mean? Like you could see it. He had the happy feet and everything. I thought Sam Darnold should have been a backup. Like no matter where he went, if it was here, if it was traded, he should have sat for a year. But it was like you could see it. Like we're not going to go. Whatever the reasons are, it's not going to go anywhere. I never threw like Jamal Adams darts at Sam Darnold. I just said, good. I don't want him here. I'd rather move on because of that. Mm-hmm. But as soon as he played a game for the Panthers, just like standard operating procedure, I said, I fucking hate that guy. I hope we kill him. But he didn't. What did we watch? We watched him throw a fucking bomb to Robbie Anderson. I wanted to kill myself. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's why I hate everybody. So as soon as that happens, the bow is tied, baby. You know what I mean? It's over. As soon as that happens, and I knew it was going to happen. I remember I said before the game, I said, the only thing I don't want to see in this game, win or lose, is a bomb to Robbie Anderson for a friggin' touchdown. And we got to see it. It's like the maximum pain for us Jets fans. What's the worst thing that could happen in this game? Well, Sam to Robbie for a touchdown to win. Okay, well then that's dial it up because that's happening. That's why
I remember he tried to give the game. Didn't he have like a really bad fumble too, like in the red zone? Like
yeah, he did.
The Jets should have won that game.
They definitely should have. That was disappointing.
And remember Zachy Poo came back in the second half. He threw the 2
touchdowns.
Good.
To
Corey.
Yeah.
That's why, you know what, guys, that's why the next week when we went to opening day, we had legitimate reason to feel excited. And let me rehash this. We were standing, me, Matt, Ryan, Sack, and a few other guys. We were standing right by Fireman Ed's tailgate. We just met Fireman. We were hanging out with Fireman Ed. And we were standing there. We were about to walk in. And Ryan walked up and he said, dude, Mims is inactive for this game. And we were all pissed. We couldn't believe it. We were bewildered, all of us. We couldn't understand it. So let's not forget that, everybody. I'm not alone on this. The perception is that I'm alone, but I was not alone, you see. I'm only alone now.
Yeah, he went down with you went full Titanic down with the ship.
Yeah, you're the guy playing the violin, just like, all right, guys, here we go.
You know what they call that? They call that women and children first. So you guys all went on the women and children boat.
I'm
I
a
stayed
children.
there like a
Let's
man
go.
and helped the women onto the boat. That's what happened.
You're gonna sink next to the door that Rose was on, and you're just gonna go frozen.
I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have said, Rose, there's plenty of room on that damn board you're floating on. I got to get up there. You see clearly, I have to get up.
I'm clearly dying here.
I'm clearly dying here, Rose.
I'm drowning in haters.
What is this? What's happening? Help me up.
The assassin comes in, says if the NFL got wiped clean and there was a league-wide fantasy draft, what rounds do you think Sauce and Garrett would go in? Just curious. I don't think it would be the first round.
No. There's too many
you gotta
quarterbacks
figure,
are going to go, right?
Yeah. I mean, even if, what would you say, like 20 quarterbacks maybe in the first round? Would you say are like franchise-ish guys? And then maybe there's some that, then you start probably getting some of the more, I mean, maybe it could be like end of the first round or something. It depends how you value the rest of your team. Like, are you looking for an edge rusher? Are you looking for, I don't know. I would say outside of the first round, gut feeling. Because I feel like you'd go edge rusher and tackle after you go quarterback or along with quarterback somewhere in that realm. Matt, what do you think?
I will say like round 5-ish. So what's that? Roughly 150 players. Because you got to think like a lot of quarterbacks are going to go, a lot of offensive line, a lot of edge. There are wide receivers. There's probably 10 wide receivers that you'd want, maybe a little bit more than that in front of Garrett right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll go like roughly round 5.
I'd say a little higher. I'd go round 3. I don't have any sort of backing with that, but I feel like the star power and like how young they are, that might play more of a factor. Like maybe you pass on some other players that are a little longer in the tooth because you know you're going to have, offensive rookie and defensive rookie of the year for the next 10 years. Greenbean, where do you think you would take Sauce and Garrett in a league-wide draft, or where do you think they would ultimately end up?
Fantasy draft?
Yeah, fantasy draft, league draft in general. Like when you're talking linemen, everything.
Don't you take running backs in the beginning of the fantasy draft? The running back conference, they should say that. They should bring that to the NFL and go, hey, by the way, in every fantasy league, running backs are taken first, so we should definitely be making more money, right? Wouldn't they say that? Wouldn't that help them?
I would love to see the flex tag for the running back and have like where offensive linemen, there's 5, like tackle, guard, center, everyone gets the same offensive line tag. There's no like, center tag or guard tag or like left tackle tag. Well, if you do that for receivers, tight ends, tight ends are basically receivers anyway now. So I'm sure that would like make a ton of sense. And then if you do it for running backs included, then teams are much less likely to franchise tag a running back and then would have to give them the contract that they're trying to get, or they're paying a heavy premium for a running back at like $18 to $20 million a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, taking Sauce in a fantasy draft, you don't get to do that. You take defense, right? So,
well, no. I'm just saying. I'm saying in general, like if you were starting a team, not necessarily like a fantasy team, but like let's say you're building your roster, like you have every player in the league to pick from. I guess it depends if you're saying for just 1 year or if you're saying moving forward, because that shifts the whole dynamic. If you're saying like a dynasty league, I think Garrett and Sauce are.
These guys are young too. Like when you talk about taking like a great receiver, like just as an example, like a Hopkins or something. Like he's still a stud. When he came off the suspension, I mean, he had an amazing season with bullshit quarterback play. 𝐒𝐿_McCoy, who I didn't even know was still in the league. You know what I mean? So he did it. But you're looking at a guy who's at the tail end of his career, where Garrett Wilson is. It's Sauce for that matter. These are guys that are young, man. So I could honestly make a case that like a Sauce, think about it. If Sauce is a top 2 or 3 cornerback in the NFL, you can make a case that he's your first pick, and obviously a quarterback, but a first round pick. Same thing with Garrett Wilson. If he's legitimately like Justin Jefferson-esque, like his career trajectory, I mean, why wouldn't you grab that guy with your first round pick or something? I'd say first couple rounds for sure.
Yeah, I would say. I think when you factor age in, I think that's got to be, especially if you're saying like long term, because then now you start knocking off like, okay, maybe, certain older players like say let's if Tom Brady was playing or like a Rodgers, maybe they're not going as high as we would otherwise think, and maybe those other position players are going to move up because you're not going to have him as long. I think it's possible.
That's true. That's true too.
What else we got going on in the chat? What are you guys talking about in there?
Mims.
Hawk says 32-team snake draft would be with 53 rounds. Yeah, that would go quick. That would take forever. Dude, my fantasy drafts every year, like, they always take longer than I want them to. But I love it while it's going on. I get to the point where it's like, I don't really know any of these players. Blewett tried to get me in a 16-team fantasy league like 2-3 years ago. I was like, dude, like that many people. He's like, yeah, we're doing like 4 wide receivers and like 3 running backs. I was like, dude, I don't know that many people deep on every team. You're talking like practice squad guys at that point.
Wild.
That is real deep. Sorry, not about that. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, nope. I don't need to just burn money. It's okay. Whatever. Greg says if Bijan Robinson doesn't completely ball out this year, it will continue to devaluation of modern running backs. That's a lot of weight on this kid's shoulders. See, the NFL knows they're valuable. That's why they get drafted, and then you hold on to them, and then you franchise tag them for a year, maybe 2, and then you get rid of them, and that's what it is. There's a chart. I saw it online. I'd have to look it up, but it's like, year 2 is usually their best season, and then it starts to slowly trickle down, and then once you get past year 5, then there's like a little bit more of a dip, and then it's like not real great after that. So by that point, you're talking about other running backs that are 80% the player that Robinson is, but will give you fresher legs and will be maybe faster or have less wear and tear on their body. So it sucks to see running backs have that kind of happen to them.
Yeah, and they're so important, dude. You know what I mean?
They really are. They're one of my favorite positions.
Totally. And I grew up in an era where like running backs, like a Bill Parcells, when he went and got Curtis Martin and they had to give up a first round pick and the whole thing. He said a running back touches the ball 30 times a game. A wide receiver touches the ball 5-6 times a game. You tell me who's more important.
Yeah, but running backs right now don't get the ball that many times. It's such a passing league and it's such a running back by committee league right now that I feel like you kind of run into this issue of, okay, like how many carries do we expect Breece Hall to get in season? Like he's probably one of the bell cow backs in the NFL at this point, or that you would anticipate being a bell cow back. 20 touches maybe? Like that might even be a lot.
Yeah, 20. I think 20 is right. I think that's probably right there. But still, 20. I mean, how many wide receivers are catching the ball 20 times?
Yeah, you're seeing like maybe 10 targets or something like that.
Yeah. 5 receptions is solid.
Yeah, it's a good amount.
So it's just an interesting. I think it's not the position, right? It's the fact that the young guys, and we've really valued the offensive line. Like that years ago, offensive line were the guys making dirt money. They're making nothing. And then the running backs got all the glory, but they're not doing anything without the offensive line. I think that's kind of shifted. But the thing is that every year there's 100 running backs coming into the league with these young, hungry legs, and then you got a guy with 5 years wear and tear, 20 carries a game, 3, 4, 5 receptions, whatever. And it's just the NFL's is like, nope, second contract, beat it. We're going to draft Izzy. You know what I mean?
Green Empire comes in, says, would you stack Garrett Wilson and Rodgers this year? Ooh, if you were like drafting, I guess, and go 1-2. I think you definitely could. I think Garrett Wilson probably is sitting, based on the chemistry that we're seeing I shouldn't say chemistry because it's still training camp and we haven't really seen like a crazy ton, but that's what you got to base all your knowledge on going into your fantasy drafts. So I would, as long as it's a single year, but it depends where you're getting Rodgers too, because I feel like there's a lot of quarterbacks that could benefit you with like their running ability. So if you have, I would take any of the running quarterbacks ahead of Rodgers before stacking Garrett Wilson with Rodgers. Matt, your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely think Garrett Wilson's the guy to draft from the Jets in fantasy this year. I don't know how high I'm going to value Aaron Rodgers in fantasy. As you mentioned, the guys who run a little bit more usually tend to give you more points. So I don't, What do you think he ends up as, like the maybe 15th best fantasy quarterback? And fantasy quarterback and best quarterback in general, like that doesn't always, correlate.
Yeah, it doesn't line up necessarily.
Yeah,
Like
so I
like
think
you would
could
expect. Yeah, you would expect like a Jalen Hurts to be arguably the best quarterback that you could draft with his running ability. Right. Mahomes is going to be up there. I mean, Rodgers is still going to get taken highly. I think he's going to be overdrafted in a lot of leagues because of the hype from, going to the Jets, the Hard Knocks stuff. He's got a new team. He's going to be pissed off. Like, I think there is going to be hype around him, but I don't think you necessarily have to stack him with Garrett Wilson. And like Matt said, I think Garrett Wilson is the player to go with for this year. All right. We have reached the end of our show. So Green Bean, we get to pick someone who gets to spin the wheel. Oh, Crossfire comes in with another one. Yeah, Crossfire.
Right on.
Dropping another membership in the chat. Look at him go.
Oh, what's that? Look at that.
Ooh.
Skywise.
Skywise comes in. Thank you, Skywise. He says, big fan. Keep up the great work, Missy. Thank you, Missy.
Missy. Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Missy.
Right.
Appreciate that.
You're awesome. Actually,
Missy,
you
made it onto the list.
Yeah. There you go. Skywise, let us know if you want to freeze one of us, because you sent in the $20 super chat. Well, you do get the option to freeze one of the three of us. Oh, Knobcraft. Woo! I love it. I love it. All right.
All right, we got 35 contestants tonight, 25 of which are Crossfire and Knobcraft, I think. At least 10.
Skywise says, no freezing, love you all. Okay, we'll pretend we froze Green Bean for you earlier. That's what it'll be. That's fine.
Yeah. I've been frozen all night, man.
So let's see.
Bullshit.
What is... We got to pick a number, right? You said 1 through 35? And you know your list, 1 through 35, right?
I got it. Well, I got to count. I didn't number it. I know the number, but I don't... You know what I mean?
It could be hard. Let's see. Here we go. Random number generator. Well, 3. Only changed one digit.
3.
Went from 2 to 3.
Number 3, my lord.
That is Crossfire, everybody.
Crossfire gets to spin the wheel. The wheel, we got to come up with a name for the wheel. Prize wheel's kind of lame.
And I'm going to tell you, Crossfire, you bastard, this is the guy who started the whole rigged thing, too. Is it rigged?
See, we need to have a special wheel just for Crossfire. And I should eliminate everything on it and it'll just say rigged. And we'll still leave the little sliver for the jersey, but everything else will say rigged.
Yeah, right. Right. Everything is rigged, the whole thing.
See what he gets. Spin the wheel.
Come on, pillow.
Let's go.
Hello.
Where's it going? Nobody knows. Crossfire gets a shirt. Yeah. Let's go.
There you go.
Crossfire, reach out to us. I'm glad you got it.
Yeah, for sure.
You get a shirt. Thank you so much for all the generosity. Everyone.
Yes.
You guys are awesome. Reach out to us, talkinjets@gmail.com or jetstalk247@gmail.com. We'll get you your information, send you out a shirt. Very, very excited. But we've reached the end of our show here. So we get to go around our panel and give our closing thoughts. Green Bean, any last words for our panel?
Yeah, dude. For the wheel, I want you to know my name will be Vanna Whitebeard. So from moving forward, that's what we'll call me for that one. Green Bean Jets Pod episode 123 is out there now. I want to tell you guys we are moving the Thursday thick of it and some other live streams. We will be live for the Hall of Fame game. We're moving it over to this channel so you can catch our live game streams in the Thursday thick of it right here. That's Thursday, 8 p.m., and we're going to have a good time. It turns out that the game is same time as the Thursday thick of it. So organically, I'll be with you guys anyway, but it'll be on this channel instead of Green Bean Jets Fan. So come and hang out.
Ooh, Blitz Crew coming in with a good suggestion. name the wheel baggage claim. That's kind of
pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's a
Now we're
good one.
talking.
That makes the list. All right, Matt, any last words for our panel?
New episode of Just Jets tomorrow. We are doing standout players from training camp so far, answering your voicemails and having a ton of fun. Make sure to check it out and follow along with the Talkin' Jets on social media.
I love it. Boys and girls, if you want to go to the Monday night game against the Chargers with us, link in the description down below, talkinjets.com. There's a limited amount of tickets, so make sure you head over there. If you want to help support the channel and join our OnlyFans, click the little blue join button on our homepage, and you get a little star next to your name, and potentially pictures of feet from Green Bean, maybe, possibly.
Right, we're gonna get some.
I'm
feet
making that up.
emojis.
Nice.
You'll get unlimited feet emojis.
Yeah, I don't have.
All
anything,
right.
so can't be
Boys and girls, we love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is Jets Talk and Talkin' Jets signing off. JETS.
Jets, 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 Jets.